One of the things that we're going to say at the Pesach Seder to our family and friends sitting around our table is that we too left Egypt. We too were enslaved in Egypt. We were in bondage. And God took us out of Egypt. But last I can tell, I was never in Egypt. You can check my passport. I've never been there. I was never a slave there. So is this sort of like a game we're playing, or is this what are we trying to accomplish really by the Pesach Seder, saying that we too were in bondage, we too were enslaved, and God took us out? Our sages teach us that the slavery that the Jews suffered in Egypt is identical to the slavery every Jew experiences in their lifetime. Every single one of us has something that we're enslaved to. For one, it could be their career. For the other, it could be their car. It could be fashion. It could be their home, the design. For some people, it could be their Harley Davidson. For some people, it could be sports. Everyone has something which they are enslaved to. If you think for a second, what is slavery? Slavery means I don't have the opportunity to have free will. I can't think on my own. I can't do anything out of my own desire. I'm always indoctrinated by someone else's desires. I'm forced to do what someone else wants me to do. Let's think about that. I've had people tell me, oh, Rabbi, if you have your class on this night of the week, I can't come. Grey's Anatomy's playing, and that's Bible. Right? You can't, I don't do anything on Grey's Anatomy night. We all have our things that we're enslaved to. For some people, it's their career. Rabbi Weinberg of the famous Eshet Torah Yeshiva in Jerusalem used to say, if you don't know what you're ready to die for, you haven't begun living. That means that if you know what you're ready to give up your life for, then you should be living for that. You know, there are many people who work their jobs, they work their career, they live their career. And then, 40, 50 years into their career, they say, oh my goodness, I forgot to invest in my family. I should have spent 2-3 hours every night sitting at home with my children eating dinner and doing homework with them, instead of coming home from the office at 8 o'clock at night when they're already sleeping. So for some people, their career is their slavery. For some people, it's sports. When the NFL is playing, I'm nowhere to be found. Everyone has their slavery. That's what we're trying to identify in Pesach. We go around the Seder table and ask every person there, what are you enslaved to? Identify that and be redeemed from it. Feel a redemption. Say, you know what? I'm not locked down to that. How many people do we see when we're sitting in a restaurant and they're busy on Facebook, they're busy texting? Technology is also a slavery. It's a form of slavery too. We have to redeem ourselves from that too. We have to free ourselves from that too. We have to let go of all these strings and just focus on our relationship with the Almighty. That is the goal of the Seder. Ask the questions. Try to understand how the Jews suffered then, but also how we could be suffering now because we have these limitations. Because we're not 100% at our own free will. We're not 100% capable to do whatever is in our heart to do, what we really wish we could do. We're enslaved to something. Let's be free. Let's take this opportunity of the Seder and free ourselves. Break those strings. Be untied, untethered to anything. And just be able to serve the Almighty to the best of our ability. Happy Pesach.